Hey, fellow babies. Welcome back to this week's Pach-Attack. This comes from Rana1014. Rana is a frog. I have no idea what the 1014 stands for. What do you think about EA going 100% digital? Do you think this is a good market strategy for such a widely known corporation? Widely known. I don't think that EA's renown makes much difference at all. I like Frank Gibeau. He said they're going 100% digital. I think Frank is susceptible to overstatement. I think that EA will always sell packaged goods as long as one person out there wants to buy them. Now, I remember hearing Bobby Kotick at Activision say all games are digital, even those on disc, and of course they all are. I think what Frank meant when he said 100% digital was 100% digital distribution. And I would say that's not going to happen in my lifetime. Now, I'm an old guy, so I'm just saying maybe another 20, 25 years. Maybe in 25 years. Frank Gibeau, I believe, is 40 years old. So I would bet that in Frank's working career, EA still makes packaged products. So I think it was an overstatement. What do I think? I think that digital distribution is more profitable than packaged goods sales. I think that EA is all about making money, and they should be. I think that to the extent that EA can shift its market share from packaged products to digital distribution, it will be a more profitable company. And I think it is moving that way. So if you look at EA's numbers this year, they're talking about doing $4.3 billion about in revenue. 1.7 billion of that is digital. Rohan will put a graphic up right now that shows you 1.7 divided by 4.3. Rohan, I'm going to do this one in my head. That's about 40%. Okay, that's not exactly 100%. That's up from last year when they did 1.2 billion out of 4.1 billion. Rohan, that's about 30%. Rohan, I'll show you a graphic on that. So 30% to 40%, they're making progress. 100%, not happening anytime soon. So what do I think? I think it's a profit deal, good for EA. I like EA. I want them to make profit. I want people who invest in EA to make money, and EA is my favorite publisher right now. It's a great stock to invest in, so hope they do everything right. I hope people who own it make a ton of money. Another question from Twitter, from @TheMuz. How can Apple be able to sell a $400 iPad easily while Sony is having troubles with launching the Vita? Apple does sell them easily. Okay, I think that it's a really good question. I think the answer is that the iPad is a multi-purpose product. It does more than just play games. You can surf the web, you can deal with email, you can post on Twitter, you can watch GameTrailers, you can watch Netflix, and you can play games. I think the Vita is a single-purpose device. Obviously, you will have access to things like YouTube on a Vita, but people really don't think of that as their primary device. It's primarily a gaming device, and I think that's the difference. I think that people carry iPads, they take notes on their iPads. I'm in meetings all the time with investors, and they whip out their iPads and they have their little plug-in little keyboards, from Zag, and they're just typing away. And that's a very productive tool for them. They don't carry PCs anymore. People on planes do that. So I think that's the difference. And the other thing is that Apple is brilliant at marketing. They position their products well. They make them really cool looking. They advertise like crazy. All their products work flawlessly with one another. So if you have an iPhone, it's really easy to buy an iPad. If you have a Mac, it's really easy to buy an iPad. The Vita, I know Sony will tell you that it works really well with the PS3, but frankly, you could just buy an extra PS3 controller and that would work as well. So, Sony's trying to find reasons to get you to buy a Vita. It's a harder marketing job. I got a question from my good friend Marcus Beer.
Hello.
Who you should follow on Twitter. His Twitter handle is @AnnoyedGamer. Now, I'm pretty confident Marcus is straight, but when I read this question, you may question that. Your hair is so luscious and vibrant. What product do you use in your hair, and what type of scotch complements it? All right, I'll give you my dirty little secret. I have about a dozen shampoos in my shower. We have a little bench in the shower with a bunch of shampoos. I rotate shampoo every day because when I was younger, I used to use the same shampoo. My hair was just dull and brittle. So it keeps it luscious and vibrant to swap out shampoos. And what type of scotch complements it? Well, that's a great question. There are no bad scotches. There are just bad scotch drinkers. My favorite is Oban, O-B-A-N. If you're over 21, go out and buy a bottle. It's great. I primarily drink the 18, which is harder to get, but the 14 is just phenomenal. So Oban 14 will make your hair look luscious and vibrant. And Marcus, when I see you at Casual Connect, we'll get a scotch together. All right, fellow babies, thanks for joining us on this week's Pach-Attack. If you have a question, please submit them to the link below. And if you have a question for me on Twitter, I'm at Michael Pachter. You have to follow me on Twitter so I can reply. If you want a question answered on the show, please make sure you copy at Rohan Likes Pants, because Rohan picks all the questions. I'm efficient. There are no multiple takes here unless an airplane flies over or something. We have no airplane flyovers here, by the way. So.